stolen identity. You know I see through anything. I'm a one-man army with a bitter sting. You give me no reasons. I'm broken to pieces. There's no one who can erase. Stuck inside a frame.
Hey everyone, my name is Liam McTaggart. If you're new to the channel, I'm a professional coach, have been for 20-ish years. I'm also an amateur dad and a really super amateur videographer. So hence the stupidly long intro with lots of faffing about. But I want to use this channel to basically get better at making content because I really enjoy it. So it's just like, yeah, I'm going to make some videos and have fun with that. But also make it worthwhile for you guys watching if you're into your training or your fitness or your nutrition or whatever it is. So in today's video, I wanted to talk or just touch on, because it's such a massive topic, two of the main things I think about, and it's a big analogy when I'm designing either my program or programs for clients. So when I look at someone, either myself or a client, I'm always thinking about getting them from A to B as fast as possible and in an enjoyable, injury-free way. Do you want to be the Ferrari with square wheels, or do you want to be the guy who can run, jump, climb, skateboard, kick a football, grapple, spar, box, whatever it is? So with my training and the training I do with my guys, I'm always thinking about, I want to be accelerating, I want to be adding weight, adding strength, adding power, adding muscle. But on the other side of that, I'm thinking about, how do we reduce friction, injury risk, current injuries, imbalances? So this constant battle between pressing the accelerator and taking off the handbrake. And this is essentially, to me, strength and movement. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples. You take the guy who's 45, works at a desk. So he drives to work, sits at a desk, drives home, sits, has his dinner, goes to the gym and decides to do a CrossFit type WOD he's seen online. And that guy has the handbrake cranked up full, so his mobility is not great. He's not moving really well. He's stiff. He hasn't got the prerequisites to do Murph or Diane or Fran or whatever the WOD he is gonna try that day. Now he might get away with it once, twice, whatever, but the chance of him getting hurt while trying to accelerate with a handbrake on is pretty high. Another example of this is this sort of super muscle bound bodybuilder. Not so much the higher level guys, because I think they think about this a lot more, but for some of the lower level bodybuilders where they can leg press 3,000 kg, they can leg extension the rack back and forward, but you say to them to get under a squat bar and they can't get under because their shoulders are too tight, and you see them having to hold the discs and stuff at the end. Again, that's where they've been working on the accelerator and the power and the strength, but they haven't taken the handbrake off. In this case, shoulder mobility and movement. So one last great example of this is, and I'm thinking of a girl actually in particular who started CrossFit and then moved into Olympic lifting, and she is awesome at Olympic lifting. She's actually really good at it. So she is chasing the accelerator and she can ramp up the weights quite regular, and rightly so, because her background is gymnastics. So if you've come from a background of movement-based disciplines, dance, gymnastics, even like sort of athletic-y type sports, martial arts in some cases, essentially you don't have a handbrake. So you take someone out of gymnastics and put them into Olympic lifting, they will automatically be able to accelerate quicker than the guy you take out of an office and stick into Olympic lifting. So it's one thing I think about one of the many things I think about with program design is, okay, this guy is going to work on the acceleration this day, but he can't quite overhead press yet, so I'm going to have to modify that. So on his Other days we might have them working on taking the handbrake off. So there's this constant back and forward between accelerate here but take the handbrake off here. And ultimately, if you're reducing this and upping this, you'll get where you want to be and not get injured in the process. So I hope that made a bit of sense, because I think it's Dr. Spina says, don't fall in love with your analogies, but I quite like that one. I am trying to speak very quiet because everyone's in bed and I'm doing another late night video because I'm just loving creating a wee bit of content. So like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for future videos where I talk about more analogies and do far too much video editing for what I'm really trying to do.